So let's take a look at Plan B. So we've finished Plan A. I haven't done the layoffs yet, but you have. And we go to Plan B, and wow, it's a blank sheet, except for some instructions. And it says produce at a constant rate of 1,400 units per month from January to August. Use subcontracted labor for as much or as little as needed to meet overall demand. So what we're going to do is go back to Plan A and copy this spreadsheet, which is now our template. So we'll copy, we'll go over here to Plan B and paste. And now we're just going to edit this. So this time, instead of, we're going to make two changes basically. We're going to change the production rate to 1,400 a month from January on. We're going to change the, instead of stockouts, we're going to supply the difference with subcontract. But it's all the same. So I'm going to start actually with that. So let's copy our stockouts. So we'll copy, copy, and we'll go over here to the subcontract, and we'll hit paste. And this is not going to be right. Hit paste, and we've got some weird numbers. And the reason why we have weird numbers is because what we copied, it doesn't look the same. And what's happened? So what's happened is that we copied relative references. And what a relative reference really means is this is not really B3, C3, D3. Excel looks at that as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It says look at the cell 6 to the left, and 5 to the left, and 4 to the left. And when we copied it over here, that's still what it's doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is now E. So 6 to the left, 5 to the left, 4 to the left is what it's copying. So what we want to do is either go back here and make this absolute reference, or we'll have to just add it over here. So I'm gonna add it over here and say, okay, this is really supposed to be not E, but B, and this is supposed to be column C, and this is supposed to be column D. And the same thing is true here. This is supposed to be B and C and I had to let go of had my shift key on there, and D. And now it's looking at the right place, and now I can just copy those and I'll be good. And now we want to make these zeros, actual zeros, and so I'm just going to put a 0 in and copy that all the way down. I guess I had already had a 0 in December. That would have worked. So now we have no stockouts, but we're taking care of the variation over here in the subcontract. Now this number is going to change because we're going to change production. So let's make all of these 1,400 from January on, and so I'll make those 1,400. And so our numbers changed, our average inventory changed, and so on. We have no hiring. But again, if we had changed our layoffs, the layoff should be right now. And what the layoff, you should have a layoff if when you go from in January, because you went from 1,600 to 1,400. I didn't do the layoffs for you, so that'll be up to you. And all of our totals changed, and we should be good. Now I want to just do a quick look forward. Actually, if we go to Plan D. Plan D is produced at Plan E is produced at a constant rate of 1,600 units per month, January to August. Use subcontracted labor for as much as needed. So really, E is just like B, except that you have 1,600 instead of 1,400. And by the way, A, which is just do shortages, no overtime, is just like C. Don't use subcontracted, inventory fluctuates. So that's just like C. So by now, by the time you do A and B, you've really done all 4, A, B, C, and E, and the only one we still have to do that's a little bit strange is this 20% max, 20% overtime max, and a max of 400 units. When we do that plan, we'll have to do something different. And in fact, what we'll have to do is a nested if statement.